Good morning and namaste. This is Frank from Ridgetop Yoga Retreat. Have a little bit of a foggy morning behind me in Ashe County today. I wanted to share a message with you all. The other day, I was having a conversation with a friend, and we were reminiscing about the good old days and talking about, oh, the good old days, you could do this or that. And I started to have a real honest conversation with myself about those times. And I think one of the cool things with the human brain is it has the ability to slowly forget a lot of the negative things over time, and we can remember the positive things. And I think if you really look back at the good old days, whether it was when you were in school and you remember all the good times at school with your friends and sports and field trips and things like that, didn't have a lot of stress, but we also had to worry about tests and not getting grounded and those type things. Say in the early 20s, whether you were in college or not, yeah, those were a free time for us because we didn't might not have had a lot of responsibility. But then we also forget about scraping enough money together to pay that electric bill and some of the other problems you have as a young person. Even as you get into, say, parenthood, when we have little children, a lot of times as those children grow up, parents will reminisce and be like, oh, I wish they could all be little again. Or you think of all the great memories you have when your children were little. We don't remember the 3 a.m. sick child getting sick in the bathroom, all those little things. So, not that those times were terrible, but when we were in them, a lot of times we thought, wow, we're in the trenches. And as you get older in life, same thing. You start to reminisce about those times and think positively about them. And right now is so difficult, whether it's like health problems or whatever it might be. Your children moved away. We all have different type problems we're dealing with. But I find if we can honestly look at our days and say maybe 10 things happened during that day and 4 things are pretty neutral, 3 things might be not so great, and 3 things are great or good. A lot of times we focus on those 3 things that are not so great. And when we start to shift our focus from there to the things that are good or positive in our life, then we can start to realize, wow, these are the good old days right now. Because I'm pretty sure in 5 or 10 years, when you look back at this time in your life, you're going to think, oh, life was so much better back then. It was this, that, the other thing, whatever it might be. And there's always those big things that are going to stay with you forever, whether it's the end of a relationship, death of a loved one. There's always big things that can stick with you through time. But I'm talking more about the smaller problems in life that a lot of times we fixate on in the present moment. But as you see time goes by, you completely forget about them. So it's a great reminder for us to start to focus on the positive things in our daily life. And I find once you start to do that, they start to pile on top of each other, those positive things. More positive things come in. We focus on more positive things. And we start to just shake off those small negative things like, yeah, they're a bump in the road. It's a hiccup. But at the end of the day, we can just move past them and say, yeah, but what about these other great things that happened to me today or yesterday or what's going to happen tomorrow? So I just wanted to share that message with you. It helped me a little bit to put things in perspective and keep myself more on a positive trajectory. And also realizing that I really value having joy in my life and happiness in my life. And I realize if I focus on negative things, they're going to steal my joy and happiness. And I try to mitigate that as much as I can in my daily life. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for listening.